today we're going to talk about something that's very important to me. We're going to talk about my cleft lip and palate. And basically those are birth defects that I was born with. And for those of you who don't know what that is, this is really not the video for that. I'm not really going to explain it. I've explained it to so many people before, and I'm really not looking to do it again. So, yeah. And I have a little notepad with little notes of, like, what like, little things I'm, like, going to say. I mean, just in case, like, I forget, because I don't want this whole video to just be, like, me rambling. You know, I just want to be able to stay on topic. And, yeah. So, basically, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is bullying. And as a kid, and even as like a young teenager, I got bullied a lot. I got made fun of about my nose, my voice. My voice is very nasally, as you can probably tell. And yeah, I just was made fun of like a whole lot about like just things that had to do with my cleft lip and palate, and people just didn't really understand. Like, kids are mean. Kids are really, really mean, especially the ones that are like younger than you, because they just don't understand. And, you know, having to grow up and explain it to people and talk about it, even though you're really not comfortable with it, is hard. And just, like, it's so hard knowing that, like, this is not who I was meant to be. This is not what I was meant to look like. You know, like, had I been, like, born normally, not naturally, without any defect, I feel like I would have been, like, beautiful. Not to say that people with cleft lip and palates aren't beautiful, but me personally, I don't enjoy looking like this, and I don't enjoy this at all. And, like, I don't know, but I think the thing that makes me feel a little bit better is that this is not me. Like, my nose, my nasally voice, that's not me. That's not who I was meant to be. That's not what I was meant to look like. And, you know, in about a year, I'm going to have a different nose. I'm going to have a whole new nose. And that's, like, the biggest thing that I've been bullied about. And the people that bullied me, they're still going to be an asshole. You know? Like, a year later, if they don't, like, decide to do something different with their lives and make a change, they're still going to be an asshole, but I'm going to have a new nose. And that's not to say that, like, people who, like, are bullied about something, that you should change that about yourself. But for me personally, like, living with this nose my entire life and being made fun of it for my entire life, I feel like that's the only thing that I can do that's really going to make me feel any better at this point. And basically, like, that's just something that I struggled with. Also, I've struggled with doing my makeup. And, like, basically, like, it's really hard. It is really hard to contour my nose, because it's just like, what do you do with this? Because it's like, you know, people have, like, different methods of contouring their noses, depending on what, like, is going on with it. You know, if it's indented, you should do this. If it's, you know, uneven, you should do this. And if it's, like this, then you should do that. I have all of that. Like, my nose has little, like, indents in it. It's crooked. It is everything. It is, like, downturned and everything. Just everything that could be, like, different and not necessarily normal about my nose is. It's unsymmetrical and just everything. And I really don't know what to do with it. So, yeah, basically, I just kind of, like, do two lines that are, like, as straight as I can make them. And then I put a little dot of highlight, so that way it, like, lifts up my nose a little bit. But, yeah, that's just something that I do to kind of help that. And it's really, really difficult to take pictures, like, a lot of the time. But, like, whenever I'm wearing makeup, it's a lot easier for me to feel comfortable, because, like, the highlight kind of tricks the eye, which is something that you can see on my Instagram. It kind of, like, tricks you into thinking that my nose is pointed instead of being, like, downturned and flat. But, yeah, that's just something that I do. And another thing is speaking. I have a very nasally voice. I have a lisp. I have, like, just, it's really hard, you know, to just be able to be fearless and talk to everybody and, you know, make friends and post videos on YouTube and, like, just all of that. It's just really hard for me, even though, like, I do talk a lot. But that's, like, I don't know, it's just, it's hard for me to not feel like I'm being annoying. Even though, you know, a lot of the times people tell me that I'm not. And I don't know, I think it's just because, like, growing up, you know, I was always told, like, oh, you sound, well, not even just growing up, it's more now that I get this. People tell me that I sound like a child, and that, oh, you don't sound like you're, like, 16, 17, and I'm just like, and people think that I'm younger than I am. People think that I have a really nasally, annoying voice. People talk about my lisp a lot, and it's just really difficult for me. And something that makes me kind of talk a lot more is just the fact that, like, this is my voice. I've had it for a long time, and for me, it's not anything new. It's not anything that I haven't heard before. It's not anything different. So, if you can't come up with something else to make fun of me about, I mean, are you really that creative and original? I mean, at least I am, Like, I come up with things to say, I talk to people, and, I have, like, the courage to make friends, and I think that that's something that really, like, just drives me to do it. It drives me to talk, it drives me to be 100% myself, because, like, I don't know, I just try not to let it get to me, and even whenever it does, I just try not to show it to people, and I just kind of, like, don't talk about it, unless, like, I'm talking to somebody that I really, really trust, And that's another thing, having somebody who has your back. Like, I have a best friend, her name is Rose, and she is, like, she has my back through everything, and anytime anybody, like, talks shit about me, or talks about anything, like, related to, like, my nose and my face, and just things like that, things that have to do with my cleft lip and palate, she is right there to support me, and she is right there to yell in their face about it, and to just be there for me, and I think that's incredible. So if you're going through something similar, if you're being bullied, if you are, if you have a birth defect, or if you have, like, just the biggest nose on the entire, like, planet, get a friend. Get yourself a really good friend that will be there for you, and that will, like, support you through everything, because you are going to need them. Alright? But yeah, and another thing, just try and remember that, just try to remember that you are you for a reason. You are special, and that nobody else can be who you are. And, when you get jealous of other people, when you try and compare yourself to other people, think about it. They can't have what you have just as much as you can't have what they have. And I think that's something that I've really come a long way with, and I've really tried to learn. And I think that it's really helped me in growing and developing. But yeah, that's all I really have to talk about. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.